Do 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 do. Why hello. Okay, let me quickly grab. Let me grab this. Alright, time to alert everyone. Come on. Streamers live. Feel free to join. Send. Alrighty. Anyways. Sadly, they don't have to sorting it. We'll take a look. It's been a hot minute. I'll wait for more people to join in. And then I will give you guys an update on where I've been and what's been happening. Because it has been a while. Okie dokie. Well, anyways, I've been good. Fun times. Gonna show some of your free play accounts soon? Yes. Although that won't happen until after I'm done catching up with the series. Which hopefully I can do soon. Because the plan is I'm gonna like grind through. My idea is, like I said, I have like a month's worth of content I think I still have to go through. But the idea is I get through it all in like a week or some shit. Something like that. Hello, Wraith. You're loving the new flame weapons on an Axer? Yes. I'm actually going to go through and take a look at that. Anyways, since you guys are here, let me give you an update on where I've been and why I haven't really been active. So first of all, I have a research job. For those of you guys who don't know. I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but I have a research job right now. I had to basically write like a draft introduction for a paper, so I've been busy with that. Then I had to do some other stuff, so that has gotten me pretty busy for the past week. Besides that, I think I said it in the Discord too. Like, I've been busy doing a lot of coding. I'm working on you know what? I'm gonna keep it a secret for now. I'm working on a project that's War Robots related. It's a tool. It's not Raid. I know I mentioned a gear raider for you. It's not the gear raider, but it is something that someone else, one of the viewers, has asked about. And they actually were the ones who gave me an idea. Let me just say, it's something in regards to tracking your battle history. Because Pixonic's not the best at that. After today's stream, will I be streaming more often, Bacon? I hope so. Whereas in the free play account? No, I'm not. I am just doing the rebalance review for now. A cooldown removal tool? What the heck is a cooldown removal tool? No, it's gonna be related to like your post-match stuff. It'll like basically help you track your stats if you're somebody who cares about that. Anyways, there was that. I've been busy drawing as well. If you guys want to see, these are just like practice sketches. I'm trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to draw every day, but I couldn't do yesterday because I was hella busy. Let me see if it showed up on OBS. Okay. Well, this is a sketch I did. This is one sketch I did, and then this is another sketch I did. This one I'm still working on. As you can tell, it has a lot more detail. But I'm learning how to draw. Which for now means taking a look at other people's art and trying to replicate their style. Which is not probably the best way to learn, but I think it's a decent way. But yeah, so far I only have 2 sketches. If you guys want me to, I can post these on the YouTube channel so you guys can see how I'm progressing. So let me know. I'll make posts with it and then just give you guys daily updates in case I don't do streams. Because I am gonna be I have like a folder for this, so let me know if you need anything. But yeah. Anyways, I still have to learn to draw. I'm probably gonna be learning Blender on stream when I get to that. And yeah. I have dates officially for when I'm going to Korea. That's going to be June 17th through July 28th. And that is pretty much a good status update for where I'm at right now. And then, of course, I have to do editing, which I'll be doing after the stream because I don't want to bore you guys. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. I also woke up to incredibly good news for those of you guys who play Honkai Star Rail. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we got Fate collab characters part 2. Let's fucking go! Anyways, that's enough of me being that. Let's go into that. Okay, your question, Monsieur. I'm actually gonna get into that right now because I have not seen. Will I be streaming in Korea? Yeah, I'll be streaming a lot in Korea probably because I'm gonna be getting a. If you guys don't know, if you've ever heard of the Osmo Pocket 3, which I know a lot of you might have heard about if you guys are interested in YouTube at all, it is a really good vlogging camera, but the Osmo Pocket 4 literally released like basically a month ago, and unfortunately, it does not exist in the US because the US has banned it for purchasing. However, it's available everywhere else in the world. You guys can see it costs around $700 on Newegg. I'm going to be getting this in Korea, the creator combo, which costs $800, you guys can see here. But in Korea, it costs like $600. Yes. So I'm going to be getting this. I'm going to be getting the creator combo for the Osmo Pocket 4 while I'm in Korea, which means we're getting a lot more streaming content once I figure out how to do that. So, point is, that's going to be fun. Anyways, yeah, well, I'm going to be going through the entire Rebalance now. Like I said, I have not looked at it yet. Thank you again, Rave. I know you're in here. Thank you for dropping in with the pin. Where is it? Pin messages. Yes, with this. Let's take a look at the Rebalance. Because holy moly, we have a list to go through. Okay, so if you guys have not seen the updates, and you guys have been living under a rock like I have, where is it? Here we go, right here. This weekend, I don't know if you guys can read this. Let me see my OBS and see if this is readable, because I have an ultra wide monitor, as you guys know. Is there a way to zoom in on Discord text? Surely there is. Let's see. How to zoom in Discord text or increase font size. Oh, you just do Control Plus. Perfect. Perfect. This should help. It's the same as with anything. Oh my god. OBS being annoying, but okay. Hopefully you guys can read that. If not, it's fine. All right. Anyways, light mode is crazy work. I've been light mode for my entire life when I downloaded Discord, so. Want to talk about the light mode? Yeah. Sorry if it triggers you guys. I have been a Discord light mode user since I was in middle school, which is basically 7 years now. So yeah, my bad. Am I a Twitch affiliate? Not yet, actually. Although I probably could. When's my next stream after this? We'll see. Wafflehead. I'm gonna try and stream more often, just like for an hour or two every day. Yeah. Yeah, my bad, bro. I do dark mode for coding, but I didn't do coding until last year. Remember that. So I know. I'm a light mode user for when it comes to Discord. Call me crazy, whatever. Anyways, like I said, let's go read through this. This weekend's test server will include balance changes scheduled for 12.2. This is the second of the 3 major balance revisions planned for 2026. I believe the first one that they made was at the start of the year where they nerfed a bunch of things and they buffed a couple things. In my memory, that was when the Teth shield got nerfed and Teth became actually killable instead of being a completely unkillable thing. But let's take a look. Yeah, light mode is good for reading text though. What language do I use to code? I use a lot of languages. Right now, I'm using Python because that's the most recent language I learned. But before that, my first ever coding language was C#. Then I learned C++. Alongside, I don't really consider this coding language, but HTML, CSS, some JavaScript. I have SQL down. I have Python down now. And I'm going to be learning Java on stream sometime in the next few weeks. Yeah, anyways, that's enough of code. Let's go take a look at this. All right, they want me to try the rebalance out on the test server. Might do that. We'll see. All right, start with how long did it take you to learn Python? Not that long in terms. Like I said, my first language was C#. It took me about 1 week to learn all the Python fundamentals because I already have coding down in C#. I am pretty damn good at coding when it comes to C#, and C# is harder than Python, in my opinion. So, no, I have not yet, Baller. Like I said, this is my first time seeing this. Anyways, let's take a look. All right, robots. Rex. So we're going from 60 to 62. Minor change. You're not going to feel that. Cooldown is about 50% longer, so that's going to hurt a lot. You're not going to be able to spam the ability anymore. It's going to be more like Acho, I guess. And then they finally nerfed its unkillability. So basically, you can basically use it like it is now, but it's a lot more like Acho, where you don't have as many abilities, so you'll be punished pretty heavily. So Rex is still going to be very good, but you're not going to be able to just like blindly rush in and expect to live for like 20 seconds. Now, if you don't have like 3 ability charges, you're just like screwed. Yeah. It's still going to be really good though. Like, this is, in my opinion, not that big of a nerf. This is not that big of a nerf at all. Let's take a look at Teth though. What's next? Minor change, minor change, minor change. I mean, 45 seconds to 60 seconds, you never really felt that difference anyways, so not big of a difference. In fact, I mean, not that big of a difference. EMP change. Oh boy. So Scarabeus got gutted. That's nice to know. No, Rex is still good, don't get me wrong. Rex is still very good. Remember, considering that this is now officially a free-to-play bot in the next update, this is very strong. I'm going to be expecting pretty much, you know how people are spamming Teth right now in pretty much every league? That's going to be replaced with Rex. So the meta is just shifting from Teth to Rex. That's all that's going to be happened. Now, on the other hand, if you don't have a highly leveled Teth, you're not going to feel this difference at all, because I doubt a lot of you have a level 12 Scarabeus drone. But yeah, if you don't have level 12 Scarabeus, your Teth is basically unchanged. Oh boy, except for this. I didn't see that. Oh, well, that's fun. Well, that's fun. Okay, never mind. Teth is going to be a lot more skill-based. It's still going to be very good, don't get me wrong. EMP is an incredibly strong ability. Teth is finally at a state where I'll probably get one to Mark II, because it's finally in a place where I actually think it's a good fun bot to run. This is still going to be a good free-to-play bot. Just nowhere near as strong as it is right now. This is also going to be really good, because that means I'm not going to be seeing as many Teths in Champions League, which, give or take, could be a bad thing. This is honestly a sad change, but I guess it's okay. I mean, it adds another level of skill to the bot. So, yeah, 100 meters is kind of criminal, in my opinion, but we'll have to see what that actually looks like in playtests. So, we'll see. Considering this, I'm pretty sure the EMP splash radius is like 50 meters, so it's still not that bad. Yeah, strong but balanced, exactly. Which is how metabots should be. But wait, the sword unit, it doesn't even have its absorber in slash? Oh boy. So they basically just killed it. Pretty much. Interesting. So then you really don't want to use the sword slash anymore then. Not even on ultimate sword, really. You kind of just want to fly around with it. That's not that bad though. I think they're probably going to buff the ultimate sword unit down the line, but for now, I think this is just the 10. I guarantee you this is going to get changed. Remember, this is version 1 of the balance changes. Test server updates every week. This is probably going to get changed, in my opinion. People are going to be freaking out over this. At the very least, ultimate sword unit won't have that. So, anyways, let's take a look at his status. Okay, so they're essentially going from 7.5 seconds of immunity to 5 seconds of immunity. And Shieldbreaker is now only active for 3 seconds following. Okay, this is a pretty big nerf. This doesn't look that bad. This is a really big nerf. Oh boy. Actually, this is actually a pretty big nerf. Because in the past, what you would do is you get hit by a charge, and then you could actually run to cover because you have 2.5 seconds of invincibility. Like, you could use that and then phase shift 2 to effectively get, with like the module that increases your module duration, you could basically get like 7 seconds of immunity. So this is a pretty big nerf. It's more like Princeps now. Lorenzo, look at that. Look at the difference though. You're going from 7.5 seconds to 5 seconds. It's a nerf. this is gonna hurt Hesteus players a lot. But that's fine though. Hesteus to me is a balanced spot. I think this isn't too big of a nerf. Let's take a look at Amit. Maximum defense. So this doesn't look that big. This is a huge nerf. You're going from 50% damage reduction to what is effectively 30% damage reduction. So big nerf for Amit. Defense points accumulation rate 50%. Okay, so I mean it hits the defense faster, I guess. Built-in slowdown from 10 to 5. That's good. 10 seconds is way too long. Built-in weapon effective range 350 to 200 meters. That's a good change too, in my opinion. Damage increase. That's, I mean, not that different. That's not that different. Defense mitigation. Oh, this is huge. This is good. This is very good. Duration of defense mitigation immunity from 7 to 4. We're actually going to be able to kill Amit now. So that's nice. And then incoming damage reduction per stack of slowdown. I mean, maybe this was why scales made the Amit so unkillable. Okay. Well, either way, this is a decent change to Amit, I think. It's going to be a lot more killable now. I think what they should have done was if they were going to do this many nerfs to Amit, at the very least, they should have given it a slight speed buff. Because Amit, in my opinion, is way too slow. But whatever. They might as well not have included another. You're not going to get anything. This is okay. But again, you're not going to notice that too much. This is okay. Again, not that big. Quality and level of equipped weapons no longer affect damage caused by the built-in weapon. Built-in weapon damage per particle. Oh! What is the calculation for that? Wait. Let's take a look. Hawk War Robots. Now, from my memory, it's been a while since I ran Hawk, but tier 4 weapons gave it a stronger bonus. Decent first nerf wave for Amit? No, it's not. Tarkal. If this is a first wave nerf for Amit, they're gonna kill Amit. This is a very, very, very bad nerf for the Amit. Because look at what Rex got in comparison to Amit. Rex literally got an ability nerf, a cooldown nerf, whereas Amit got nerfed for pretty much everything in its kit. Yeah. Hawk does, I believe it's 10 particles per second. It should say it in the wiki. Let's see. 80 particles in 8 seconds, yep. So 10 particles per second for 8 seconds. And each particle deals 1,000 damage. But... where's the damage bonus that you can get? Okay, there we go. So a mark... So this is tier 4. You can add in this much damage per particle. So that's going from 9... Okay, so assuming you had Mark 2 level 12 weapons on your Hawk, and they were all tier 4, that's basically 900 plus 1800. So that's 2700 damage per particle. 2700 damage per particle, and its base particle damage was 1113. So you're going from, if I'm reading this right, you're going from 1113 to 10,000. But wait, that's a huge buff. What? Wait, that's a huge buff. Is Pixonic cooking? Teth's, wait, okay, we're gonna have to see Hawk in action, because on paper, I just did the calculations, right? This, actually, no, wait, no. It's a nerf. It's a huge nerf. No, actually, wait, no, it's per particle, right? No, actually, no, what am I saying? It's a huge buff. Because right now you're going from 2,700, you're basically going from 4,000 to 10,000. You're buffing, that's a 150% bonus damage. You're doing 2.5 times the damage. That's really good. Pretty much. Do not build Hawk right now. Guys. Pause. Because this, I guarantee you, is gonna get nerfed if it's the way it is right now. They are not going to revive Hawk like that. Don't go and upgrade it yet, because I guarantee you next week's test server they're gonna change this. I can pretty much guarantee it. Or they're gonna buff it and they're gonna nerf it next update. I will leave it for now. Okay, ultimate bots. So absorber damage bonus 20% to 7%. Okay, absorber is now only active during flight when the robot is firing its built-in ranged weapon. Skyfall slash cooldown 15 to 13 though. So you're spamming the ability at least. I mean, I guess that's not too bad. It's a little bit more balanced now. But remember, the ultimate arms are so stupid. They're still really strong. What's the duration of test server? Yeah, about 4 weeks. Did nerf Teth? Yes, they did. Actually, it's, yeah. Nerf Teth, but it's still decent. Let's take a look. I don't think this is bad. Like I said, you're adding another level of skill to the sword. I don't think these changes are necessarily bad. It is kind of scummy that they did nerf it after people bought it. But in my opinion, I mean, you should be expecting that. When you see an ultimate robot for cheap, you should be expecting it's going to get nerfed. I was expecting it. Like I said, I got it for collector's purposes. Yeah. Instead of 200k, you'll do 70k if charges 1 mil. Yeah, but still. Remember, the sword unit itself still does a crap ton of damage. Ultimate sword unit with the arms at Mark 3, which will take you a while to get, but once they are there, you're not only doing, what is that, 1% times 4? You're not only doing 4% per weapon shot, which I believe you have 20 bullets for anyway, so that's 80% raw percentile damage. You're also doing like 400,000 damage base. So you're still going to be shredding through pretty much anything. So that'll be cool. And also, I'm interested to see, because remember, at Mark 2, sword gets like a 3-second ability cooldown. Like shortened, right? 2 or 3 seconds. So effectively, the ultimate sword unit will only have a 10-second cooldown. It's literally just going to be like the Ophian at that point. I'm excited. I want to see what they're cooking with that. We'll see. I think ultimate sword will still be viable. I just think you're going to have to play it a little bit differently. Yeah. It lost too much HP, it dies too quicker. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Ultimate Typhon. So speed nerf, ability, EMP nerf, suppression nerf. Okay, this isn't, I mean, this is good. I feel like it was a little strong. You had like no counterplay to Ultimate Typhon. Cooldown being increased is nice too. Damage doesn't really change. Aegis capacity was unnoticeable anyways. What makes Ultimate Typhon strong is its ability to completely shut out a person. So I think these are decent changes. Ultimate Typhon's basically gonna feel the exact same. You're not gonna really notice much. Actually, no, pause. 10 kilometers per hour base speed nerf is gonna feel really bad because this affects pilot skills. So you're probably gonna notice that Typhon moves about like 10% slower, probably. I'm working on a video right now, term. So next video release will be that. What do we swap Teth and Sue with? I don't know what Sue is, but you swap Teth with Rex, basically. That's all you do. If you already have a Rex, good for you, because Rex is gonna be basically the same. Just a little bit more skill requiring. Yeah. What else is there? Yeah. Hawk will become meta. Yeah, Lagoon Hawk will be meta if they keep these changes, which I highly doubt they will. Because test server, these are initial notes. They're going to roll back a lot of the changes and they're going to add a bunch of new changes. You should, like when I did that rebalance review video with VS, the changes that I said there, a lot of them ended up getting like changed again by the time the actual rebalance video came out. So I would take all the things here with a grain of salt for now. You never know what's official until it actually hits the live server. That's the whole point of what test server is. These are just initial notes to get people to have an idea of what's about to happen. This is pretty big. My lance is basically going to go from what it has right now is it has about, I think, 700k health at the battle start, and it goes up to about 1 million health. This is going to drop it down from 1 million health at the end to like 900,000. So it's a pretty decent nerf. It's like a 10% nerf to its health overall. Pretty big. 10-20% maybe even. It might have a lot less health than before. Oh my god. Okay, this is decent though. More healing. On the other hand, the rush charges, okay, I don't think this matters too much. Most Ultimate Lancestyle players don't store their charges anyways, so this isn't too big of a difference. And the healing increase is actually good, because that means you can go, when you go out of commission to take time to heal, you're going to be back into commission way faster. Green Repair, this is, by the way, like, irrelevant, because Ultimate Lance doesn't necessarily need that. I think this is a buff overall. This is probably a buff overall. Because Ultimate Lance, the whole reason why it's so strong is because of the gray healing. And they just doubled it. This is going to be so stupid in game. I heal, for perspective, right now, I heal around 5,000 gray health per second with my ability. This is going to up it, with the nerf as well, it's probably going to up it from 5,000 to around 8,000 gray healing per second. Which means that means, for perspective, in one ability, I am healing 40,000 gray health. So I think this is a buff. They're probably going to change this because I doubt they buff Lance right now, considering this is considered one of the top 3 bots right now. This is well-deserved. Ultimate Revenant is still going to be strong, but I actually think Ultimate Lancelot, because of this Revenant change, will become the new strongest Ultimate Robot. And I expect this to stay this way for a while, because Ultimate Lancelot still costs like $500 to get. So it's up there for a reason. Ultimate Griffin finally gets a buff again. I don't like seeing Ultimate Griffin in the meta, but you know what? It's a pretty fun bot, so. For 5 seconds per jump. Okay. So not bad. Ultimate Phantom, you're not going to feel a difference, but still pretty good, I guess. Okay, so the Ultimate bots didn't get touched, pretty much. Except for Sword, which got a pretty hefty nerf, but still really good. And then Typhon as well. The rest of them didn't really get nerfed. Most of them are just like pretty much the same. Yeah. You forgot Ultimate Griffin is a thing? I can never forget Ultimate Griffin is a thing, because if you were in champs during the prime Alpo meta, which I was, holy moly, my Nuo was the designated Ultimate Griffin killer, and even then it couldn't kill it. For perspective, Ultimate Griffin always had 1,000,000 health Aegis. Back during its prime. When Alpo was in his prime. Because every time it would use its ability, it would get a 450,000 health Aegis. It would get doubled health while it's in the air. And on top of that, if you managed to break through the Aegis, it would blind you. Yeah. For perspective, Bacon, back then, remember, Alpo, when it's prime, you got a 450,000 health Aegis. So Ultimate Griffin players, they would jump with their ability, jump unit, jump with their ability, jump unit, and like constantly cycle between that to always have 1,000,000 health Aegis shield. And if you did your ability 3 times and nobody shot you, the Aegis shield from Alpo lasts like 20 seconds. So not even 1,000,000 health. You would have a 1.5 million health Aegis at all times on Ultimate Griffin, on top of having armor plates in the air, which heals your gray health over time and gives the Ultimate Griffin basically 800,000 health in the air, which is insane. On top of blind, on top of the Aegis, on top of cleanse. So that thing can't get suppressed or blinded. Or heck, any sort of stuff whatsoever. It's broken. It was the strongest Ultimate Robot in the game back in its prime. But yeah. And then weapons. Okay. Okay, if you don't know what this means, they're effectively getting a 50% damage nerf. Yeah, lucky you, Bacon. I was fighting that thing 24/7 back in its prime. I'll show you guys a clip of the Ultimate Griffin back in its prime. I will show you, because it was that cancer. It was probably the most cancer meta thing to ever exist. It was way worse than Vectors. If you think Vectors are bad, I'll show you in a second. It's so bad. I remember Wolfblood making a video on it too. It's so stupidly broken. Anyways, so here you go. This is going to be a pretty hefty nerf. It's still going to be very strong. But yeah, you're still going to be able to shoot it for forever. Worse than Teth? Yeah, it was worse than Teth. I'll show you in a second. You guys want to see it now, actually? You know what? Fine. Since you guys don't believe me, here we go. Let me go to my main YouTube. Since you guys... Worse than Big E? What was Big E? Oh, Senor Epstein? Mr. Child Abuse? Yeah. Probably not worse than that. But it was worse than Teth, like I said. Yui Griffin... Alpo. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's just take a look at Pixel.
Picked a great main, but your voice doesn't quite match it. I'm voice changers.
Skip that real quick. Okay, let me go full screen for you guys. And I'll mute it, just so you guys can see. Okay, look at how insane this is. 712,000 health, you land... Wait, what? Wait, is this even prime Alpo? Oh, okay, it is prime Alpo. Okay, here we go. You need to stay airborne for like 3 seconds. Look, it's jumping. It lands. 350,000 health Aegis. And it does this non-stop. So it jumps. He's not even spamming it. Yeah, here we go. We jump again. So it kills. It lands. Boom, 700,000 health. He's literally getting shield broken. And you'll see his health going down. He jumps again. Goes back up. And he just keeps repeating that. Yeah. In fact, if I speed this video up. So he's using Avalon, because this is still Prime Avalon as well. Look at his health go up. Basically unkillable. Like I'm literally speeding through. And this isn't even the best setup at the time. The prime, yeah, he's not even using the jump unit. In fact, let me show you the video with the jump unit on it. Where is okay, this is one that Wolfblood did. I didn't watch it on this account, so it's not there. But yeah, so Prime Nanias, Prime Alpha. He's using the jump unit. Look, he actually has like the proper pilot skills on it too. Look, 900,000 hair in the air. And then I'm just gonna skip through. Hello? I think it's lagging. Bruh. Please load. Is my Wi-Fi slow? Oh, there we go. Okay. So look at this. He lands. Jumps again. Look at his health. This Raptor has Shield Breaker, by the way, because it has Hawkeye. Look at this. Look how cancer this is. He is now at 1 million Aegis. Basically. He's not even jump spamming, by the way, because you don't even need it. Because the Aegis is so stupidly tanky. Okay, he's just going into the Raptor. Jumps. Lands again. He's blinded because the Griffin has the blind. Just tearing through. So that's the Raptor just gone, by the way. Jumps again. This is his first game with it, I think. But yeah, look at that. He's cycling the jumps. He's at 1 million health now. Lands again. More Aegis shield. Jumps again if he wants to. Like you have yeah, and he has Leo Link too. He's just infinitely Aegised. He has an infinite Aegis shield. Look at his health. He's at 1.1 million, like 60,000. Because he, like I said, he's running I think he's running the durability extender at this time. So there you go. Lands again. Boom. Aegis didn't go up that time. It was a little bit bugged. But does it again. I'll speed it up. Boom. 700,000 health. 700,000 health again. Boom. And he has 2 jumps again. Just for no reason at all. Jumps again. $1.1 million. Lands again. Jumps again. Lands again. Jumps again. Lands again. 800,000 health. He's fighting. That was a Mauler, by the way. Look at that. That's a Mauler. This is back when Mauler wasn't even nerfed. Look at the damage output. 1 million damage in the span of literally like 2 seconds. Jumps again. Lands again. 1.2 million health. This is... Yeah, pretty much every Ultimate Robot was cancer in its prime. This is back on... This wasn't even Griffin's fault. This was the Alpo's fault. Prime Alpo was strong. No, he just had to run a little bit because of the Dark Light. But he just kept a little bit distance, and now look. Just insta-kills that. The Mauler's fighting him right now. Notice how he's not even jumping. Like, he's not even going for the Titan when he should be. Because that's how strong the Griffin is right now. Look, here we go. Back to the Mauler. Jumps. He's blinded right now. Got Cleanse. He's linked by Prime Devourer as well, by the way. So just... Oh, there we go. Okay. Darklight eventually takes it down. I think there was a section where... I can't remember where he does it, but trust me, you don't even need Leo Link to be that broken. Back in the day, in a way, kind of Valorant ad. But yeah, look, here we go. He's not Leo Link this time, and he's playing a lot more aggressively this game. Let's go through. Jump, land. Jump. land. And remember, you can just cycle this. The Ultimate Griffin only has like a 10-second. Leo wasn't even that good. Yeah, I mean no, Leo was still really good back in the day. Yeah, like just jump, land, and you just keep cycling this. This was stealth before stealth was a thing. Yeah, like I said, it was a horrifying time to be alive, and the worst part is you literally can't even kill this thing, because it's just. If you guys don't know how armor plates work, there's this weird game mechanic involving it where if you spam armor plates enough, your gray health will actually go up again. Oh my god. Back in the days when the Ananya were in their prime. Holy moly. Yeah, he's being shot by a Mauler, by the way, for perspective. Yeah, he's not jumping properly. But look, jump. 500,000 health. Notice that. Look at this, by the way. Alpo was that broken. 240,000 health. 500,000 health. Alpo gave you so much health back then. It was so broken. You land. For perspective, by the way, Nuo had like 700,000 health with the Alpo drone back in the day. That's how stupid broken Alpo was. It was hands down the most broken drone the game had ever seen. Yeah. So you just jump, 500,000 health. Yeah. It's so stupid what this thing can do. Jump, land. Jump, land. Jump, land. It takes like the entire enemy team firing at it to finally take it down. And then bro just spawns an ultimate Minos right in front of the enemy spawn. Anyways, point is, we went on a bit of a tangent, but there's your answer. If you guys ever want to see it too. Holy moly, it was bad. It was so bad. And if you guys want to see like the proper stuff, I think Ager made a video on it too. Actually, did he make a video on it? Maybe not. Oh wait, I didn't even spell Ager correctly. What am I saying? Ager. Look. And that's the Hiroko drone. Maybe not. Thought Ager made a video on it, but maybe he didn't. But anyways, that was Prime Alpo. That was bad. Anyways, I don't know why we brought that up. I think we were talking about the Ultimate Griffin, but yeah. They basically just nerfed it again. It can't do that anymore, because Alpo requires 7 seconds of flight time. The reason why the Alpo was nerfed to 7 seconds of flight time was single-handedly because of this bot. Ultimate Griffin's jump time, if you guys don't know, is 6 seconds in the air. They literally made it 1 second above Ultimate Griffin simply so that Griffin can't use that. That is the only reason why Alpo takes 7 seconds. Because Ultimate Griffin abuses the crap out of Alpo. That is why they made it 7 seconds. If you guys didn't know. It's a little interesting lore about balancing. Can you super jump with Yui Griffin? I don't know. You might be able to. I don't think you can because it's like the regular Griffin. I don't think regular Griffin can super jump. But you might be able to. Okay, let's see. Rust effectiveness. Okay. This is a decent nerf. Ammo capacity nerfed. Acceleration plus 40%. You're not going to feel too big of a difference. I mean, you're going to see that they're healing more often. And you're going to notice that you're running out of ammo a lot faster. But you're not going to notice too big of a difference besides that. The damage is unchanged pretty much. In fact, actually, I would argue you're getting your damage faster. Your burst DPS has gone up. The only issue is your damage was also nerfed by basically 20%. So, Hippo Croco Leodari. So they actually got a buff, but they also got a huge nerf. So maximum damage bonus from damage taken. So essentially, instead of one-shotting all squishies, it'll two-shot all squishies. Big difference. It's actually a big difference because that single shot difference, not being able to one-shot something, takes away a lot of the strength. However, I don't think it's too big of a difference. The Hippo Croco Leodari will still be very good. Elox Murix, on the other hand. Okay, so the Elox got gutted. Then Murix, on the other hand, is still pretty good. But yeah. 4 second difference, yep. But yeah. And then Gladius Pilum, let's see. That's a pretty hefty nerf. That's, what is that? Like a 25% nerf for the Pylum. Galadius only got like a 20% nerf. It's still pretty big, but oh boy, 6 to 9 seconds. Oh boy. You fire faster, you have more accuracy. Okay. So they're getting the typical sniper treatment. I mean, they're going to be better at range now, at least, but they're already really accurate, so I don't really see why you'd need an accuracy buff. But these weapons are going to have a lot more downtime. Yeah, they did nerf the status weapons. They're still going to be decent, though. Like I said, I don't think these weapons are bad. Let's see. Siphos, Labries, and Cestus. This is basically no change at all. It's like a 10%, 15% damage buff overall. I don't think that's going to be too impactful. Rhyme, Cryo, Glacier. I mean, these two, not really. You don't need more accuracy. Why do you need accuracy with a splash weapon? They're not dead, no. They're not dead at all. These weapons are still pretty good. They're decent free to play. Rhyme, Cryo, Glacier, they don't need an accuracy buff. They need a projectile speed buff. That's what they need. This is, like, not too big. Hello, MP. Are they cooking or nah? So far, not really. So far, I'm not seeing too major. For such a major rebalance, it's not really that major. They just listed a bunch of minor changes, which isn't too good. See, I'm sad that they don't have any vector changes in here, because now that people are going to have access to vector, champs is going to be hell. The speedrun videos, I'm working on a video right now. It's going to take some time, though, because I'm editing basically 7 videos into one. Siphos, Labries, Cestus, Rhymecry, Toxic Bane. I mean, I guess. I've never really seen these weapons in game, so maybe they got buffed. They better keep the Hawk as it is. We'll see. No Vector and an Axer nerf. Okay, so Champs is going to be horrific to play in. Good to know. Congrats for those of you guys who have an Anaxer at the moment. But don't celebrate too early yet, because they might add in nerfs to the Anaxer and Vector. Remember, this is wave 1 of 4 for the test server rebalance. So, we'll see. Ultimate Scatter, Devastator. Ooh. Wow, these got nerfed really hard. Well, here's the thing. Walt J, the Kelvins and the Celsius and the Fahrenheit, they needed a nerf. They are still so strong. But yeah, this is bad. 25% nerf. That's bad. Hello, AJ. Ultimate Cryo got a nerf. Ultimate Cryo is basically gonna have infinite ammo now then, no? If your shot firing rate is halved and your reload speed is unchanged, these are basically gonna have infinite ammo. Pretty much, no? Maybe not. Anyways, Ultimate Arm L. Oh boy! Oh. Okay, so let me take back what I said about earlier. So the ultimate arms are basically just regular arms now with higher base damage. Okay. My bad, Chief. My bad. Okay. So this is pretty sad to see, but again, I don't think it's too impactful. I mean, yes, it is a 25% nerf. So you're going from 400,000 to 300,000. Why are they nerfing ultimates like they are just regular weapons? Because they sold them at the price of regular weapons. That's why. Yeah, I haven't logged on to my free-to-play account at all. It's been basically 5 months since I logged in. Yeah. But yeah, this is unfortunate, but I guess it's not too bad. Actually, it's pretty bad. I don't actually see Ultimate Sword to be super duper good, but it's not too bad. Any Anaxer counter tips? Anaxer is basically going to be unkillable now. So my recommendation to you, if you have the money to, get a Mark III Crisis and put it with 4 trebuchets. And Mark II level 12 all 4 trebuchets, and then get pilot skills, and you will be able to one-shot an Anaxer. Say hello to the Mosquito Killer. And Crisis is actually still pretty good, so. Yeah. And then let's see. Ultimate Blazing Niter got nerfed, which I think is decent, although I only really see these on Teth, so maybe we won't see them that much anymore. Ultimate Halo Chrono Glory, these got nerfed for some reason. I don't see them that often, so that's kind of weird. Shredder got a big nerf. Ultimate Redeemer, oh, okay. Ultimate Redeemer is getting another big nerf. So Ultimate Redeemer being nerfed like this is pretty huge, because that's taking down... That's a 20% damage nerf. So I'm going... Ultimate Redeemer does like 400,000 damage, so you're going from 400,000 damage to 320,000 damage pretty much. I think this is good. Like I said, I have this weapon and I still think it's a good nerf because the plasma weapons, as you guys know, because you guys fight against my Ultimate Lancelot too, it's too good. So I think this getting nerfed is decent. Ultimate Calamity, I mean the reload speed wasn't unchanged, so still a very solid weapon. Ultimate Avenger, that's kind of sad to see. And then ammo capacity nerf, sad but not too important. Taunt reduction, defense, and shield break. We already saw all these. The legendary skill does not work with weapons introduced in update 12.2 and later. So they're basically forcing you to get the new pilots done. This is L, bro. This is gonna be like that Yang Li situation, where they're gonna revert this, I guarantee it. Players are gonna boycott this a lot. I can pretty much guarantee that. Then Bull, this expected. This is pretty sad to see. Yeah. Bull's gonna do a lot less damage now, but still a decent drone. Scarabeus. Pretty big nerf to Scarabeus, honestly. It's also a big nerf to Scales. I saw this too. So, yeah. Oh, Titans! Okay, let's take a look at this. So, 12 seconds to 9 seconds. It's not gonna feel too impactful, I think. You're gonna have a little bit more struggles with Princeps, but yeah. You have 5,700 trophies in every game you get destroyed. I don't know what to do. If you go on a losing streak, you'll fight easier people. If you go on a winning streak, you'll fight harder people. That's just how champs works. I have no suggestions to say except just queue again, or just drop in rank. You're probably getting destroyed constantly, and you're still placing high in your teams. That's probably what's happening. What's the safest ultimate to go for in terms of robots? Like, it won't get nerfed at all, and it's very decent. Term, if you're looking for something like that, you are playing the wrong game. Because that's how war robots works. They're always buffing and nerfing everything. Yeah. In terms of safe ultimate robot though, I'd say Ultimate Ravana right now. It's considered probably the rarest ultimate as of right now, considering Ultimate Sword just got given out to everyone pretty much who wanted to buy it. Ultimate Ravana I have not seen. I owe one of my clanmates the Ultimate Ravana, and it hasn't shown up for basically 9 months now. So we've been waiting for a while, and yet it's not anywhere to be seen. Well, yeah, Tarkal, that's the thing though. What you want to do with tanking is just an issue in a game like War Robots because the whole goal is to have fun with it, but War Robots is just one of those games where you can't really be considerate towards other players, Tarkal, because at the end of the day, everyone's experiencing it themselves. How are you meant to play on a live service game as a player who doesn't spend as much to get the top tier gear and expect to compete with said top tier gear? Well, that's the thing though, Tarkal. What solution do you have then? If you're not having fun with the game because you're fighting against people who have full Ultimate Gear hangers or full Mark III meta gear, how are you going to compete against that as somebody who doesn't have that? Because you just can't. The only option is to tank. There's literally no other situation. Because think about it this way, Tarkal, it's a matter of perspective. Yes, you're fighting against people with stronger gear. But that's the whole premise of War Robots. You pay money to get stronger gear, or you play more to get stronger gear. If the opponent doesn't have stronger gear, then they have to play more or pay more. That's the whole solution. Exactly. So at the end of the day, you can't be considerate to other players. You have to fight for yourself. If you don't like that, then War Robots isn't the game for you. It's something that I've come to terms with too. It's something that I'm annoyed with Waterbots, which is why when I make my game, that's not going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's an issue of balancing and it's an issue of being pay to win. But that's just how pay to win games are. You can argue with it all you want, but there's a reason why the game hasn't been shut down yet, and it's because people are willing to pay so that they can bully other people harder. There's no other simpler way to say it. There's no way of sugarcoating it. People pay so that they can bully other people better because they get satisfaction from being able to one-shot things. And I don't think it's healthy for pretty much any game to be able to one-shot something. But yeah. Term, did you not know? YouTube is not going to be my main job. I'm going to become a game dev. And not just a game dev. The world's best game dev. But yeah. Anyways. Devour, Alming. I mean, okay. What is this gonna do? Alright, let's take a look at Ultimate Nodens. Link lifetime nerf, speed buff, damage reduction nerf, damage buff. Okay, so it's not gonna be that different. So, yeah. You will be the Pope. Well, we'll see. Fun times. I'm still working on stuff, but I have everything laid out for it. So there's a reason why I haven't been able to do much YouTube. So no, it's gonna be very interactive. I don't share details about my game because I do want it to be. How do I put this? Let's just say I like to keep it secretive because you guys can have high expectations for it. I'll just say that. Veneer Vincier, time to overheat nerf, time to cool down buff. Okay, so these basically got no change. Okay. Void Chasm. Oh yeah, I'm actually excited to see these. That's a decent nerf. That's a pretty big nerf. That's a minuscule change. This is, you're gonna feel this a little bit more, but it's not too big. I've been trying the Strix Piercer setup and have a lot of fun. I don't think Strix is getting nerfed, so Strix is gonna be decent. It is, let's see, if you'd be able to make the game in the next 10 years, I mean, that's the, I would say, I'd hope. That game's not gonna come into existence, by the way, right away. Because the first few games that I make are not going to be that game. Because I want it so that when I do make that game, it's at a stage where it will be my magnum opus. I need it to be the best possible thing that can come out of my product because of my work. Because that is what I'm going to be living for. So realistically speaking, the first thing you're seeing is going to be a game that I'm going to be making over the summer. So, well, assuming I can make it within the summer, it might not even happen because game development is a long-term process. So we'll see. Argon Oxy. Okay, not that big of a change. Well, yeah, that's because everyone's been spamming Ultimate Nodens term. Something that no, it's not gonna be inspired by Waterbots. I mean, it'll have some elements of the game that's good, because I'm gonna be. By the way, just a full disclaimer: I hate how the current gaming industry is. I think the gaming industry right now needs a massive change, and no one's willing to do it because people only chase after profits, as you can clearly see. But stealth or nerf? Stealth from 10 to 6. Oh, this is a big change. So Bifrost will become the best ship. Good to know. Good thing I already have a max Bifrost. That's good to know. And then the repair, I mean, no one really cares about the healing. Second damage, slowdown changes. Nobody really runs second, so I don't feel that. Keel nerf. You're not going to feel that. Mute radius. Oh wait, it is AoE. What? So mute is decent then. Okay. Shutdown radius, I mean, you're not going to feel that either, though. Structural gray repairs, you're not going to feel that either. Okay, so overall, not much change. Yeah, not much change. By the way, and Enthu, Rex is not dead at all. Just saying. Voting me for president. I would not like to become a president. I think it's bad how presidencies are. I have big respect for presidency, but holy moly, you should not be putting people in charge. Especially in this day and age, you shouldn't be putting one person in charge of everything. Yeah. I mean, good while it lasted. Stealther was good while it lasted. But all good things must come to an end at some point. That's just how Warbots is. This is why, like I said, you should be playing games for your enjoyment more than anything else. If your enjoyment costs you hundreds of dollars and you're not getting joy out of that, you should stop. Would you want to become head of a company for gaming soon? I'm not rushing things. I am going to become a head of a gaming company. But I still have pretty much 9 years of education left. Just for perspective. If you guys don't know, I'm still a freshman in college. So that's 3 years bachelor's, 2 years master's, so we're already at 5 years, 4 years law school. That is 9 years of education still left to do, and that's not including if I wanted to get a business certificate, which might overlap with some of that stuff, might not. But give or take, still 9 years more that I have to go learning. Within that time period, I plan on doing a lot of things. I plan on getting a company made and running. That takes money though. So I'm going to need to gather a lot of fundraising stuff. Yeah, I'm doing law too, yeah. You need to know the law if you're going to become a company CEO. If you're incapable as a CEO, you shouldn't be a CEO. That's my thought process. If you can't do what your workers do for you, then you have no right being in that spot. Because how can you tell someone to do something if you can't even do that thing yourself? Am I a STEM major? I used to be. I used to be psychology pre-med. I used to study for a doctor. Low-key, if I wanted to become a doctor, I would be on track because I already have a paper publication and everything. But I don't want to. Because I have other creative work that I want to do. I have more fun coming up with stuff. I mean, you guys already saw. These drawings took me time. This one took, like I said, for those of you guys who weren't at the start of the stream, I started practicing my drawing skills. This is probably, I'm trying to make I'm using Valorant as my drawing sketches for the time being, but this took me about an hour. This one took me 3 hours. So it takes time. Good things come with time, but I have a lot more fun doing things like this than I do with medical school. I'm gonna keep it a secret. I'm a huge believer in you need to experience a lot of what is out there to make something good. I mean, obviously there's exceptions, but the more time that's put into something, the better. Which is why genre for game, I'm going to be taking a lot of stuff. I won't disclose exactly what genre, but for the first game I'm making, you can expect tower defense and racing for the time being. But the ultimate game that I'm making is probably going to be more like an RPG. Because I think RPGs are the most fun games out there. Oh, trust me. But if I can make, guys, you remember, some of you guys might remember Turf Surf from one of the old streams. I'm gonna be making Turf Surf for my first ever game. If you guys don't know what Turf Surf is, to sum it up, think Mario Kart, but you have verticality, so you're moving through a tube, kind of like a spaceship, and you can set up traps and obstacles beforehand to screw over your opponent. So you'll have a lot of fun with that. We'll have to do a lot of tests and balancing, but I plan to make it an incredibly fun game where you control your friends. Because I think having fun multiplayer abilities is the best way to keep a game alive. And I prioritize fun over profits. Yeah, you can think of it as multiplayer Geometry Dash, but think more like Mario Kart and Geometry Dash combined together. For perspective, I haven't played much Geometry Dash. I have not played much Mario Kart. So this is going to be an incredibly fun little thing. I'll give you guys more details about it in the future. But I have judging, I mean, from what you've seen, from what I've seen, everyone who I've talked about wants me to make the game because they think it would be hyper fun to play. And it's also it's a game topic that I made that got me first place in a game design. Are you selling us your company or something? You need investors. Oh, don't worry. You guys don't need to invest in it or anything. I'll figure out a way. There's plenty of rich people out there. Plenty of people who would be willing to throw around some money. I just need to figure out how to get those people on my hand, which is not that hard to do considering I am a very good smooth talker. But yeah. Next free-to-play Robots video, we'll see. I'll try to get it out either today or tomorrow, but that's going to take me all day of editing, so we'll see. It is the weekend though, so. Once the game slowly turns into companies for game funding, it's going to turn to profits eventually. Oh, and then through a run. That is why I am going to be the CEO, so that stuff doesn't happen. If I hear the word profit, for profit, coming out of one of the people that I'm working with's mouths, I am cutting them out immediately. Because while I do, okay, listen, profit is important because otherwise your company will go under. But there's a big difference between making your profits to maintain your company and making profits for personal benefit. One is smart businessing. The other is greed. If I see an ounce of greed anywhere, I'm cutting them off. That is part of the reason why I have to do law. Because if I don't know how the law works, how am I going to protect the rights of my workers in the company? You just can't. Yeah. Think about it this way. Look at the Subnautica devs. Subnautica, objectively, a fire game. What happened? The devs got shafted by the company that owns the rights to the game. So what happened? They got fried. They had to fight to keep Subnautica alive. And they eventually made Subnautica 2. I think with a different company or something. But it was a huge debacle. Yeah, which is why there's going to be a huge thing with it. And then you have to keep in mind, initial investments to me aren't going to be an issue because I'm going to be planning that ahead, like hella. So don't worry about that. There's a reason why I said the game that I'm making isn't going to be the first game I make, because the plan is the games that I make before that final game are going to be sold to other people, and that is where we'll have the funding to back up the game. Because when I make that magnum opus, I am not going to be giving anyone the right to that. That's not what I envision at all. I'm not budging on that. If I have to die on that hill, so be it. Yeah. Yeah. The program thing, by the way, Pixonic is very slow when it comes to approving stuff. As you guys can see, I updated task stage 4, and stage 4 is still in review. I sent them an email too, and so far there is no response. I sent a message, you guys can see here. Okay, April 7th, again 9 days ago, and again 4 days ago, and still no response from Warlords. It's bad. Yeah, exactly. All you need to do is have a company that's indie go viral. For perspective, Henry Stickmin, if you guys don't know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this character before. He went viral during COVID. The Henry Stickmin collection. I'm sure a lot of you guys love this gum because I love these. I love this game. I'm sure a lot of you guys have played this game. I wish I never played this game because holy crap, this is an amazing game to stream. Used to love that game. You can't say used to. Yeah. Fun fact, Henry Stickmin was made by Puffballs United, who also made Among Us. Among Us was made by the same person who made Henry Stickmin. For those of you guys who didn't know, a little bit of a lore drop there. You can make banger things after banger things. And I'm pretty sure Puffballs United. Let's see. Yeah, Inner Sloth. Let's see. Inner Sloth. Yeah, creators of Among Us, Among Us 3D, Dig to China, which is another banger game, by the way, Dig to China, and Henry Stickmin. Pretty good. I know. There are some good people out there, but also, yeah, notice, look, this is 2015, and they've developed for a long time. Slay the Spire 2. Slay the Spire 2 is great. I have not played it yet. I'm still on Slay the Spire 1, but yeah, I agree. But if we look at Inner Sloth, yeah, they're a small indie studio. This is why. Yeah, look at their values. Look at their values. Have fun. Respect. Share the elevator. Look, we want to help others rise up and shape a better future for the industry. Notice how they're not trying to work with the biggest, but we're trying to do it. They're trying to work with people who are looking for quality stuff. A company like Valve. I mean, Valve, I don't know. I'll probably start off as an indie company and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see. Again, I can't really disclose too many of those details for now, but we'll see. I already have a few connections. For context, by the way, let me give you a bit of a lore drop. For students at Duke who do game development, Duke has like connections with the Riot games, so League of Legends and Valorant, for those of you guys who don't know, Teamfight Tactics as well. They have connections with Riot, and they also have connections with, I think it's either Blizzard or Epic Games. Somebody, from my memory, the master, you know how I said I'm doing a master's in game development? That master's in game development is through, we basically form groups as master's students and we go to Epic Games and we basically develop a game on Unreal Engine and we publish that by the time we graduate. That's basically the master program. For here, let me show you. Masters in Game Dev, Duke. Yep. So here we go. Where are we? Where is the thing? There we go. Yeah. So yeah, we literally make like industry standard games. Like through the process. Yeah. This, I don't know. You know, but it's nice. I mean, they're telling me to learn. Wait, I just looked at Twitch chat too. Wafflehead, are you going to play Waterbots at all this stream? Probably not this stream. No, maybe later, tomorrow or something. How to get into the Waterbots test server on PC? Here, you go to the Waterbots server. Click on test server updates, and then if you go to, I have it pinned in the Discord chat, but if you click on this right here, wait, I guess this one's not started yet, but you should be able to go to test pilot. If you just Google Waterbots test server Wafflehead on Google, you'll be able to find the link for it. Yeah. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. This would be nice. Take a look at who exactly we work with here. I don't know where it says it, but I was asking around about this program, and they told me somebody from Fortnite last year signed like a contract to work with like the one of the grad teams here, and I can't remember what game they made, but yeah, I know, we'll see. That's still off in the future. That's not my focus right now. My focus for right now is to get things up and running. A Roblox game dev, but since Roblox's company is totally corrupted, that possibility is gone. I literally learned a bit of just to make a small game on Roblox, but Roblox updates ruined it. Unfortunate. Already got Unreal Engine 5. The CDPR change was useless. We could have just developed 4 more. I have no idea, because I haven't touched Unreal Engine yet, and I'm still on Basic Unity. This summertime was basically meant for me to learn Blender, Unity, maybe Unreal Engine, and then develop the website, make some code, apparently write some research papers, learn to draw. So much stuff on the plate, bro. And on top of that, YouTube videos too. And streaming. Holy moly. I feel like my summer is busier than my school semester. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know. That's bad. Whatever. What am I doing? We just finished reviewing the test server notes, and I'm probably gonna wrap things up. But yeah, I know. I tried to find some time to get chill pills. Lately, I've been watching, for some weird reason, murder documentaries on YouTube. Don't ask me why. I don't know why I'm suddenly watching murder documentaries, but whatever. That's what the algorithm recommended me, and here I am watching children die on the internet. And I'm watching the FBI's tactics on how to get that solved. I don't know. YouTube algorithm just... I was watching like cave deaths, like cave and cave diving deaths, and then I got linked to freaking murder cases. So yay, I guess. I'm learning about the world. I'm editing a video right now, Burning Lizard. There's a lot on my plate. I'm low-key tired. Yeah, it's bad. I'm getting like 6 hours of sleep during the summer. It's not ideal. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go work on the YouTube video. Maybe take a chill pill down the line. I don't know. I'm just tired. Part of me just wants to take a long nap. But whatever. What is going on with the collab with Alpha Doc? I haven't reached out yet, Burning Blizzard. I have too much on my plate to be doing collabs and YouTube stuff right now anyways. Holy moly. No, I'll reach out eventually. But right now, collabing with Elephant Dogcat, he's probably busy, and I know I for a fact have no time for too much YouTube shenaniganry. So where is he? Oh, here we are. Elephant Dogcat. How's he doing? What? He said he was gonna do the free to play series and then he stopped? Or is he still doing it? I feel like he made one video on it and then he's... Yeah, he's back on his other account. Damn. Unfortunate. I wonder if he has, He doesn't have a business email. Do I have a business email on mine? Check. Right, here's my channel right here. Do I have a business email? I don't have a business email. Oh no, wait, here it is. Boom. Does Elephant Dogcat not have one? He doesn't have an email address. Oh, he is still going? He streams every day? Okay, good to know. Bruh. So to reach out to him, I'd have to join his Discord and then send him like a message or something. Good to know. Well, that's a pipeline. Or I can just hop into one of his streams. But as of right now, I am so hectic that I barely have time to do YouTube in the first place. So... holy moly. Oh yeah, speaking of which, let me give you a sneak peek as to what I've been developing. In case you guys are curious. Waterwatch screenshot. You guys can see I've made a lot of versions. Have you got monetized on YouTube? I have. I've made about I'm very lucky about this. I haven't been uploading lately, so that's probably why profits are down. But I've made about $1,900. Nearly 2K. Money's not an issue for me though. Honestly speaking, I wish I could give that all away to you guys or invest it or something. But my parents want to save it for the time being. So I don't know, we'll see. But I will get that back to you guys eventually down the line. So what was I gonna do again? I forgot. We were doing something. I completely lost track of thoughts. Isn't that really good? It is, it's pretty good. For perspective and then Tharun, I think it's because of how I do long form content only. And my videos average length is like 40 minutes. I think that's the reason why my payment is like really freaking good. I get paid basically triple what the average gaming YouTuber makes in terms of pay rate per 1,000 views. It's really good. DMs, what do we got? Oh, I already know. Cheers, fun times. See you later. Yeah, I'll do it when I have more time, Burning Blizzard. Right now, even if I reach out to him and do a collab, I don't even know what we do a collab on. Like, like being fully frank, I've already got a lot of other things on my plate that I can't even do because I don't have enough time. And I do make content that people would enjoy watching for 40 minutes. I hope. I was showing my folder. Yes, you're right. Oh my god. This is proof that I need more sleep. Okay, let's take a look at it. So, okay, where is the app? Here we go. Okay, say hello to, okay, I don't remember who exactly was the one who asked for this. I'm still I'm still working on this, but basically what you would do is notice how these are all screenshots. They are all screenshots of game matches, right? Now, as you guys know, Warabots is notorious for only storing your last 50 games worth of data. I'll get to that in a second, Burning Blizzard. I only store my last 50 games worth of data because for some reason Pixonic does not like storing too much data. What this would do is you could learn your name from a screenshot. So, here, wait. Gee, let me, before I do that, since I already ran this code before, let me clear data real quick and then run it again. You could do learn name from screenshot. So you guys can see clear tracker data. You can do learn name from screenshot. You can open up your screenshot folder. Here, wait, let me see if I can get these into the test folder for now. So you can put it inside in here. It'll make like a screenshots folder. You can put these in here. You guys will notice it updated. I can use a reference folder. Yeah, you can't even access battle logs in game, which is why this code would make a battle logs record for you. That is essentially what this is. So notice how it auto-detected my name as row number 4. It can't for some... I've been going through various versions of the code. Right now, I think it's broken again. But you can like... It'll store your name, it'll store your setup, and what it would do is you can click process screenshots now, and it would run through, you guys will see here, if I were to open it up the folder again. Where are we? We are on this one. Notice how it is going through, it'll go through all the screenshots. It's not optimized right now. My goal is to make it spend around 5 seconds, maybe 7 seconds at max. Running through each of the screenshots. But notice how every time it processes a screenshot, it'll move it to a processed folder. I forgot to delete the old screenshots, so it might make some file save notes that are different. But you also have duplicates, so if you put in a duplicate screenshot, it'll automatically filter that out. And if it can't read your name properly, it'll put it inside a different folder. And the whole thing that this would be good for is when it is done, you guys will notice it's going through all of them. I'm going to delete these ones just so that we can get through this faster. But the idea is you can basically store your info like really fast. So notice how it's just running through each. And it would basically, you can basically move your screenshots to a folder, like your Google Cloud or whatever, and then you can download that into your computer, move the picture into this folder and run the code. And it would basically automatically create a battle log for you. It's not the most advanced code. I just need to optimize it because apparently Python's text reading programs are trash. Or at the very least, they're not designed to handle specific text like this, so I have to go through and manually change it. Error. Whatever. Okay. I guess it... What's this? Anyways, you can open up a summary and it would like show you your data history. Like this. So your win rates, your wins, losses, your last 10 win rate, your average damage plus your healing, your average place on the team, your average kills, your average honor points, and everything. Why do you think that Pixonic doesn't ban hackers as much as they should? How do they increase profits for Pixonic? No, pay to win players do hate them, but a lot of the times the hacks that people do are minuscule. And whenever you have to think about it this way in Nth Rune, when rich people who spend money on the game see that their gear is weak, they just spend more money without thinking about anything else. They just spend more money and they get stronger gear. That's all they do. Anyways, this is like the basic code. Yeah. Do I play on the other games besides Waterbots and what games? I've mentioned this before in other streams. I play a lot of games. Favorite game right now is probably Valorant. I play Honkai Star Rail. I used to play Wuwa and Genshin, but I haven't played those in a couple months. I used to play Mobile Legends. I play Brawl Stars, some Clash Royale occasionally. Basically, any game that you can think of that's popular, I have tried probably some of them. But yeah. Anyways, I think I'll probably call it a day there. I am tired and I need to take a break before I go back into doing more coding. So I will probably see you guys later. Do I play Geometry Dash? I did so in like middle school. I don't really play Geometry Dash right now. Good for you who watched. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end things here. I'm tired. I spent like all morning doing stuff for my PI, so I'm tired. I want to take a break. Okay, well, I will see you guys in another stream down the line. And yeah. See you guys. Lucky me? What do you mean lucky me? Oh, lucky watch tech. Yeah. Yeah, I will see you guys later. I'm going to be editing a video. You guys will probably see a video come up either tonight or tomorrow. See you guys later. Everybody signing off.